all time. Are you kidding me? Pre-event call for PurpleStride, Michigan. It's nice to see everybody. This is our final details call. There she is. This is really our chance to check in with each other one more time, all in person, to go over the documents. Last time we talked was January. Lots of things have changed since then. So we just want to look at everything together, make sure we've captured everything, get all the documents, maps, vendor orders, everything looking exactly as they should be before we send everything off as final. So we will go over all of those things in some detail, talk a little bit about staff and volunteer roles, which should be familiar to everybody, special circumstances, go over the timeline for the weekend. Definitely want your questions through all of this, Renee and Joan especially, Christy, so jump in with questions if you've got them. And yeah, let's kick it off. I don't know that we really need to do intros. I feel like everybody knows each other. Christy and Tara maybe don't know each other. So Christy, Tara, Christy will be the PanCan staff person on the event.
I'm here. Hold on. My camera is unable to work today. Oh, hi.
There you are. Hi.
Hi, Tara.
I'm on vacation in Florida right now, so I'm just jumping on from swifting over from the beach.
Perfect.
Thank you for taking a pause to jump into Michigan here. So Tara is our site manager for E360. She's done a million events with us, and Christy is our PanCan staff person. So there, intro's done. Renee, I like how you're just like, yeah, we got it. Let's go. Let's keep going.
I'm good.
So checking in on the deliverables timeline, as I mentioned, the documents we're going to go over on the call today are the latest ones to ones that we've updated periodically throughout the planning process. We just posted these to the shared resource site on Monday morning. So chances are you haven't seen them on your own yet. If that's true, that's okay. We're going to look at them together on this call.
I did see them. And
I went through them with my team
on Tuesday night or Wednesday night.
Oh my gosh, amazing. So we'll go room together. You can get us all your notes, and then everything will be polished up and made to look very pretty before it goes in the event book, which will be published on April 17th. That's the Friday before event week. We will also do one final posting of the vendor tracker by itself on the 13th. That's after the teams deadline. So once we know the final count of all-star teams, pro teams, all that good stuff, that will be added, and the signage will be ordered if necessary for those. And the 13th is also when we'll get you, Renee, an editable version of the event weekend timeline, which we'll go over on this call, just so that you can have one to work with on your own. So a couple things come in a little bit before the event book. Everyone here has done a PurpleStride before. None of this is going to be groundbreaking or earth-shattering. The big change, especially on this slide, is that under PurpleStride chair, Renee no longer has t-shirt management on here. So that's the big change. But the three buckets that are on the screen right now are the event leadership. So our PanCan staffer, Christy, our Event 360 staff members, Tara and Mary, and then PurpleStride chair, Renee. You guys are the decision makers. You're the brain trust of the event. You'll be working with each other closely a lot on everything, putting your heads together, huddling up if you need to discuss issues or make decisions about anything. Highly recommend that somebody start a text thread the week of the event. Usually when you get the event book and have everybody's phone numbers, that's a good time for somebody to kick that off, Tara Priors. And that way you guys can start to keep in touch with each other leading up into the event, and also when you get out there on the event itself. Lots of other very important volunteer roles will come into play too. We do have, Joan has seen this on several other calls we've done, our event contacts list, where we're collecting names and phone numbers to go into the event book. We can go through this right now if you want and update, fill in names and numbers. I'm actually going to let Hannah share her screen because I am not able to edit this document right now. So she's going to pull it up and edit it, but let's get.
It should be correct, Erin. I edited it the other day. So Renee, if you want to just take a quick look, I switched Christy to Kathy's role since she'll be in charge that day.
So Kathy for media chair.
Yeah, so it's now
that's her
Christy
role. She'll be
Pierce.
back.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, you are? Is Kathy not going to be there?
I'm not sure, so I listed Christy just because I wasn't sure.
She's been doing all her media stuff, Kathy. She has not let
Okay.
Christy really touch it, so I would almost keep Kathy.
All right, we can switch it back.
Yeah, I'll double check, but we haven't really pulled Christy in on a lot of that.
Okay.
Sarah Gretzka's good. Debbie's good. Jennifer's good. Hannah's good. There's my husband. Yeah. And then registration donation lead. So normally Crystal handles that. Joan, do you know anything in terms of Crystal?
No.
Let's put her. I'm assuming she's gonna make it.
I think she'll be there. I mean,
Yeah.
I would think she's going to be there. So you guys know Crystal's dad just died and Kathy's husband died in January.
Man.
So Michigan has had their share of bad this year. So that's why we're a little in flux with our volunteers.
Sure.
Let's put Crystal Watkins. So Crystal, and then Watkins, Watkins. And then her phone number is 248-660-2836.
Okay.
And then Hannah, if you want to update the media to Kathy, Renee can give you that too.
Okay.
It says Kathy on there.
Oh, it does.
Is this her number?
Okay.
Yeah. Let me just double check her phone number really quick.
Okay.
It is so wild to see Jennifer Hanscap's name on this list.
I know, isn't it funny? She's killing it with Grand Club.
I'm like, wait
They're
a
my highest
second.
ones.
734. Yep, that's Kathy's number. We're good. Yep.
All right. Perfect.
All right.
Looks good.
This might be the
Pass
first
it.
one we've had of every name filled in.
I know, right?
Pretty-
Christy,
great.
take note, please.
All right.
Pass it back to you.
So a couple other just peripheral volunteer needs that we like to put the ask out about. I'm sure you guys are busy getting all your event day volunteers lined up. While you're at it, if you can grab a couple extra folks to help with these other needs, it's just always helpful to have extra hands on deck. Thursday will likely be our storage and supply pickup day. We'll talk about that more in a few minutes when we get to the timeline. You don't need a ton of people to help with that, but just a couple extra hands is always good. Friday early afternoon is likely when your other key volunteers are going to want to come and put everything into the tents and decorate and zhuzh everything up. However you want it to be to make it look nice. Early afternoon's a good time to do that once the tents are built a little bit.
I like your wishful thinking. The weather has never once allowed us to do that. But normally it's all Saturday morning.
This is the year. This is your year. All right. And then Saturday after the event, if you can get anybody to stick around and help with tear down, a couple extra folks for that is super helpful too. Obviously, the tent company will take down all the big stuff, but somebody's got to pick up those zip ties. So having a couple extra hands stick around for tear down helps out a lot. So just something to keep in mind, some shifts to add while you're getting your volunteers signed up.
Perfect.
We have been living in signage world for about a month, getting everything ready, getting orders in. I know we got a new stage backdrop banner for you guys, among other things that have been ordered. Shipments have started going out. Are you receiving shipments, Renee? Great.
Yes.
So
I've received a few, not a lot yet, but some.
Great. You'll keep getting the emails when something's coming with the tracking number and everything. We do just ask, like last year, that you open those as soon as they arrive, or as close to as soon as they arrive as you can, just to make sure that what's inside is what's supposed to be there and the colors didn't bleed, something's not spelled wrong. So if we need to reorder, we have time. Taking a peek at our vendor tracker, as we've talked about on past calls, we gave this document a facelift, so it is much more user-friendly than last year's version was. But this is just where we've been tracking the logistics vendors that we are lining up. Once you get down to orders and distribution, everything is laid out according to where it goes in the event village. So you can go to any tent area and see the tent that's supposed to be there, how many chairs, how many tables, quick covers, all this good stuff right on down through everything. We have added sponsors at this point because the sponsor deadline has passed. So those are all on there. All-star teams, these are still placeholders based on last year because the team's deadline is not till the 5th. So once we have those final numbers, we'll update this with team names and exact numbers to make sure that's all accurate, but should be pretty close to how we're going to want it. Our handy dandy pivot tables down at the bottom break everything down by provider type. So this will tell you in total everything that the tent vendor is bringing, everything that the AV vendor is bringing. You can sort of sort it. We will have printed copies of all of this in the event book, including the pivot table for each vendor. It will be in there. But the digital version of this, you'll be able to access, and you can just toggle between providers on here too. So any questions, anything you, yeah.
Yeah, so I know with Purple Play Zone, we mentioned that I think there is a chance that if weather was permitting, were we able to add a tent?
We haven't done the weather contingency yet. That'll be about 10 days out. We'll start looking at weather.
Yeah.
I can tell you that I have been advocating hard that when we're looking at the weather contingency this year, that we be pretty liberal with our predictions about weather. Yeah. So basically, unless it's showing us 10 days of sunshine and not a cloud in the sky, we'll probably go ahead and activate the weather contingency pieces. You guys are right on the water there. So if there's any chance that you're going to get blown on, rained on,
we blow away every year.
Yeah, no, we'll get those items added.
One of the other things that came up, and Joan, I'm not sure how to do this, but there was a request possibly for an extra tent space for our own Purple shop that we're doing. I don't know. I know because of our being a top 10 market and stuff, there's some things that were maybe allowed, but we were looking to add another tent for Shop Purple for what we are running. That is new. That is something we're working on right now. If we have to put it under another tent, we have some ideas, but is there a possibility to make an adjustment like that?
I will say from where we sit, we are probably past the point where we can add another tent for something. That is, I mean, at minimum, we'd have to run that up for approval from PanCan. Joan, I don't know if this is something that has been brought up to Renee or anything yet. I think your best bet is probably to try and include it under an existing tent that you have, or I think you even have, do you have picnic shelters at?
We do. They're in the way back though.
They're kind of off the, yeah.
It's kind of where the homeless gather, so it's not necessarily where I want money in Shop Purple, and
that's probably a good move.
But
yeah,
all that. So we one of our premier sponsor tents isn't used fully, so we thought about putting it under there.
Okay. Yeah, Joan, and let us know if you've had any discussions otherwise that we should know about. And then next year, if you are planning on doing this again, let's just start the conversation earlier and see about getting that added when we're still inside the window.
Perfect.
Was there anything else about the tent order that you wanted to check on, or?
I couldn't, I don't know if it was under that one. Were the heaters under there?
That's another weather contingency item. So if they're going to be added, that will be when we look at the weather plan about 10 days out.
What's the cutoff for temperature on that?
45, I believe.
Okay.
I don't know how much we factor wind chill into that, but listen,
we've had them every year, so I'm
going to bat for the weather items. We just had to kind of dial it back because over the years they have built up into something unmanageable in some places. So we'll look at it again right when we get out from the event.
I think too, Erin, that this is an earlier event as well, so it'll be chillier for them in the morning.
Yep.
If we can keep that in mind.
The waterfront and early is never in our favor. So.
Yeah. No, I remember this location and the stories that have come from the shores of Lake Michigan,
the Detroit
Lake
River,
Superior, the Detroit River. What are we?
Detroit River.
The wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. What are we talking about? Okay. All right, I will pass the screen share over to Drew. He's going to take us through the timeline, the maps. While Drew is pulling up the timeline, I always like to kick off this part of the conversation talking about Thursday storage plan pickup. what's the plan? What do we have? What are we thinking? What do we have in mind for getting everything out of storage?
So historically, we've always met at the storage unit on Thursdays around like 6:30. My question to you guys is, what vehicles will you have there? Tara normally has a minivan. Heather used to have her husband's truck. Like, so I guess my question first is, what do you guys have for vehicles? I have my volunteers also going to our in-kind donation stores. So on Thursdays, either Wednesday or Thursday, we're trying to figure that out. So their cars are going to be full of all our in-kind food and drink location or donations.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we have from them? How many Event 360 people do I have on Thursday? And then that kind of helps me.
Yeah, you should have Tara definitely on Thursday. She's local. They will have a minivan with the stow and go seats, can fit a lot in there, keeping in mind that you will not have boxes and boxes of t-shirts this year to deal with.
That's true.
That should free up some space. Christy, when do you get into town and what are you driving? What's your whip, Christy?
I'm getting in. I land around 5 o'clock Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, she won't make it because she's gonna be over an hour from the storage unit.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's lean on me and my husband each have a car. We'll have Tara's minivan, I guess.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll get one more volunteer to kind of meet us and help us unpack
it. And I'm not sure about Mary's arrival time, but if it coincides with what you're going to be doing. And actually Mary, like, since she's flying in, is likely the one picking up the minivan. So at this point, I think I will leave it, as we've done in past years, leave it to you, Renee, to coordinate directly with Christy and Tara and Mary once you get everyone's phone numbers from the event book. Makes more sense for you guys to work out those details on your own. I will say that if a storage pickup has to happen on Friday morning, because that's when people and vehicles are available, that's okay. We have a lot of other markets that just can't do it on Thursday, so they're going to do it first thing Friday morning. If that does end up being the case, just as early as possible on Friday so that the signage and everything can make it over to the site in time for the tent vendor to be able to put it all up.
My husband just walked in the room. Hold on, Tara, my husband just walked in the room. I said, Tara's on here, so he's here to say hi.
Hi. I also have an Explorer if we're waiting on the minivan that is being picked up, and a truck. So if needed, I could just drive my personal car until the minivan's picked up, but I'll work with our other Event 360 teammate that's coming on site to see what makes most sense, and our travel team to see if I need to pick up the minivan first, Erin.
Okay. And I didn't hear you mention driving your personal vehicle, so it's fine.
Oh yeah, no, that never happened.
Would never ever.
Never mind.
No,
kidding.
Just on my way home from work. That's all.
That's right. Yeah. All right, Drew, take us into Friday.
Okay, so we're at Friday. We've got our storage, or we don't have our storage. TBD. You're still in Troy with your storage too, so correct?
Yes, that's why I'd like to get it Thursday, because it's not anywhere near where we are now. So my plan is to still do it Thursday and then meet downtown.
Correct. Okay. All right. So now up to Friday again. That's when the magic happens. That's when you create your village. We have S&B Party Rentals, who we've used before, that will set up your tents and provide some extra supplies between ladders and dollies. You have Allen Audio that will provide you with your stage, your truss, and your start and finish truss as well. Scotty Potties will deliver your porta potties for you, which is great. And then you all get to be lucky ducks and have a golf cart delivered somewhere in that equation as well, which will make marking your route very easy. Somewhere in that time, you'll get your eyes out on the route just to make sure that everything is copacetic with that. I'm going to go out and see it in a couple weeks. I actually look forward to actually seeing this in person ever since I've worked with this market. So, and then anywhere between 4 and 5 o'clock is, I skipped all the fun stuff. That's when you set up your village, hang your signs, and create, what's going to be amazing. And then between 4 and 5 usually is when security shows up and takes over to release the Event 360 people. Sometimes you guys stay a little bit longer setting up your little things, but then again, unfortunately, you always say the weather doesn't like you there, so sorry about that. I can't do anything
We're
else.
not,
we
we're
usually-
not putting that into the universe this year. We're not putting it out there.
We usually finish pretty quickly. It's a pretty damn, good team at getting this done and hanging the signs. I don't know what I'm gonna do without Heather's husband Richard this year, but we're gonna.
I'm planning to bring some reinforcements, so don't worry about it.
Good.
I got you,
Hanging
girl.
the signs is the worst part. So
Are your kids old enough to do pipe and drape yet, Tara? Is that?
I mean, they are out of diapers. I feel like that's qualified.
That's all. That's it.
100%.
That's all it takes.
Can they climb a footstool? All we need.
Absolutely, they're pretty tall, which is very odd. But yes, we'll see what who we bring to the table.
Yeah. So, any other questions about Friday?
No.
I don't think so. I think I'll kind of go with what we've done in the past for amount of volunteers and stuff and everything like that. So I think we're good. And I saw on the notes with the route and stuff that they do not want us setting anything up before. So I told Richard to plan all that for Saturday morning.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
in that area, it usually won't stay up if you put it up. So
Oh, it's
it'll
like
be
Philadelphia.
somebody else's
Yeah,
property.
like
Well,
Philly. It'll
like Philly.
walk
also
away.
says we're not allowed to stake anything in the ground.
Yes.
They're really strict about that. So in the past, when we've been here, all of our volunteers have held the signs. We have never staked there.
And we've done the cone.
in.
We've done the cone cheat a little bit on those as well.
Right.
So we'll make sure that we have some of
Yeah.
those paint sticks ready to go.
Yes, that'd be great. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. So you all gotten a good night's sleep, some food in your bellies. Arrive back at the site at 7 a.m. Sometimes I think actually you guys arrived at 6:30 if I remember correctly. Event 360 has their punch list. PanCan has their punch list, and you start buttoning things up and making the village look incredible. You'll start marking the route, get your route lead person out there. I think that's somebody's designated husband and probably a cohort that will go with them in the golf cart to get that done. Your site opens up at 8:30. EMSS will be on site at that point. Your opening ceremonies is at 9:30. Your walk is at 10. And then look and behold, it's now 12 o'clock. Everything is done. You've collected stuff back off of the route. You pack everything all up, and then you got to take it all back to storage. Anything
Looks
about
good.
Saturday? Go ahead.
Do you guys want us to add some cones? Right now we have 10 cones on the tent order, but if you are going to be using them, you have your own?
cones.
Ourselves
Okay.
in storage.
Yeah.
Right, Tara? I think we have a good amount.
Yeah, I think we even have
Okay.
like purple ones as well. So
great.
Yeah.
All right. Just
Okay,
making sure
awesome.
you're covered.
Yep. All right.
All right, let's go to the
Leave
site.
it- Site map. Added in your sponsors. Still waiting on your all-star teams, which you still have some time for. We'll start over here. And got great communication with the DNR, so it might actually be the first year that they actually take the ballots down for you all and make it easier to get things in and out.
Could be a miracle.
So we'll see. Could be a miracle. We'll see.
1 year we carried like
So your
1,000
porta potties over
people.
there, your dumpster, and your food trucks. Arrange it how you feel is going to flow best for you. I just put it all on the map so that that's where the spot is, but put it the way that you want it to look and flow for you. Over to our village, we've got our stage and survivor seating, our start and finish. Got all your tents. We're not using these little things back here, and created a nice little horseshoe, so as we have in the past, that will create a nice comfy environment for everybody there. Over here you got your volunteer check-in and your registration and donations. And then back here, because it's going to be a glorious sunny day like this picture is, and you're going to have great scenic pictures with the water behind everybody, right? That's
Yeah,
what we're putting
yeah.
out there.
That's what we're putting
Got
out
it.
there.
That's what we like in the universe, Drew.
not the year that Mindy was flying into the Detroit River.
Poor Mindy Kaling had a really rough go that year.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mindy.
Oh,
She
golly.
took flight.
Oh, poor thing. So, any questions or any comments about the
No, I
the
saw
site?
this up and I was excited with the adjustments that were made. Got survivors where we wanted it. Everything looks great. So I got
Awesome.
nothing. It's good.
All right. Love it.
Hear it.
All right,
Hey.
we'll make that go away. Go ahead.
Renee, I was just going to mention too, if you're looking for a tent for your purple shop, the food and beverage, because it is going to be a beautiful day. So if there's no weather contingency, you could use the food and beverage tent and pull those tables out and put the
Pull
food
that
on
tent over. Yeah, we could do
Yeah.
that. I mean, the friends and family of Ken Wood, that sponsor tent remains pretty empty. They don't come to the event. So we also have that as well.
Which would be right here.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
unless you shipped everybody down. So yeah.
Well, and
Okay.
the other thing to bear in mind, I know you guys know this, is that a 10 by 10 is a 10 by 10, and it becomes whatever you want it to be, depending on what sign you put on the outside of it. So what is listed as AS5, S5, S4 on this map isn't necessarily what has to be in those tents. So
Right.
you'll figure it out
Correct.
when you get there.
Yeah.
Christy will have to turn a blind eye to how we go rogue.
You do.
She's
you,
already
girl.
been
You do
warned,
you.
Renee.
I know. I was like, I ain't never had any staff at my meetings. So, or at my oh God,
there
good
you
times.
go.
As we move the porter potties ourselves, right, Tara?
It's not a real
Oh,
event
yes.
until you've pushed porta potties
Until you
around
push the
on your
porta
own.
potty.
Yeah.
Those are some of my
Yeah.
best photos, actually. I feel like it really brings
Yes.
up the good side of me. If I had a dating app, that would be my photo.
It would be.
I just
Oh,
remember
God.
when Tara and I pushed him with my minivan one time,
Oh, we
up a
did
hill.
do that as well.
No.
Yes, we
No.
Efficient and unsafe.
did. Yes. That's
This
one way
is
of looking at it.
Different event,
Anyhow.
different times, different places.
Yes.
Yeah.
Drew, I saw
Exactly.
this one too, and I love it. Also, what's not highlighted on here is there are some parking garages that are kind of up
Yeah.
and down
Yeah.
the street over all the way to the
Oh,
right
here.
by like across nope, like right in here. There's parking in here. So
There was an issue like of them not being open in time.
open. I think it's
Yeah.
better now, but
there's-
I'll double check.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna be there in a couple weeks, so
Yeah,
I
check
definitely plan
Drew
on
across the
scoping
street.
right and
Does
double
that say
checking all
survivor
of this.
parking? Sorry, I just want to look.
Yeah, the
And then there
yellow one
is-
is Survivor.
Okay.
Survivor and
Cool.
VIP. Here, let me zoom in.
Great.
Sorry. Come
That's
on.
okay. I'm getting old.
I was gonna say, come on now. You're not catching up to me, but you're getting older.
That's true.
And then this is the other one here I've got to talk about. I was also informed that there is an abundance amount of street parking.
Yes, there is.
So-
All in that neighborhood behind. It's gotten a lot
Yeah.
better. Yes.
And then there might be one more parking garage over here. I know that
Yes.
this is a parking garage and this is a parking garage, but when I looked it up, it was like $25.
You
so
would
I
also
was
have
just
to
like-
Uber.
Yeah. Well, you could
'Cause
walk
there's
back
not a-
down. You could.
Yeah.
But this
that's
one
a
was-
really long way to send them to walk to an event.
So, and then there was another 170 here
Yes.
that was definitely clearly identified to me, as well as this one is Saturday only for $10.
Yeah.
So, but again, that I'm meeting him in the afternoon. I get in, I don't know, about 11 o'clock, I think it is. So I definitely plan on spending some time down here, just kind of looking at things and making notes, just to make sure that this is exactly what I've been given and what I have found is actually correct. So,
yeah, the stuff where you have the light blue and the Sunday or the Survivor VIP, just
Mhm.
clarifying that we have that.
Right. Yes,
And if I can
definitely.
label it with like Survivor parking and stuff, that would be really helpful. So,
definitely plan
Okay.
on doing that. So,
okay.
all righty. Whoops. Come back. All right. We're going to do that. We got our route map. There we go. This should
Yes.
look familiar from a couple years ago. Nothing
Yes,
changed
and I
other
see
than the
we
year
added
and the
that
date.
hill. Yeah.
Hmm.
Do you know, I know we have a 1 mile marker. Do you roughly know where the half-mile mark is so I can do a 1 mile turnaround? They really do love that. I'm guessing somewhere by the 2 might be it, but
For the 1 mile, the 1 mile
like
is right
a
about
1 mile
here.
turn.
Yeah. So
Okay, perfect.
where
I
that,
see it.
Yeah.
Yep. I couldn't
So-
see it on when I was looking at it. There it is. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because if you look at, it's after that really big parking lot, and I kind of extended it out this way so that you can do whichever way you prefer, but this is what I had, so This
So
is
that
where
would
they
be the
turn
good
around.
turnaround point. Okay, that's where we
Yeah.
had in the past. Just wanted to make sure. That's great.
Yeah. So it's right after that big 170 parking lot. So, oops, come back. Come on. Really?
Yeah.
There we go. So, there we go. Any questions, comments? No?
No.
Okay. Wonderful. Alrighty. Like I said, I'll be in town on the 6th of April. And just get my eyes on it and confirming. I'll be confirming all the parking areas as well as making sure true to what I have been informed. And no setting up the course, which you made note of. Thank you very much. Keeping the porta potties and the dumpsters and not the he food trucks, but the food trucks on that gravel area. So yeah, they've definitely since you guys have been there last, they have definitely changed how they operate and do things. So there's definitely more people involved. So there's a few things that have been updated and changed, as well as more responsive people, which is actually very helpful. So
It's great.
On site when we
Yeah.
got there, they were pretty great. I had direct contact with them and they were very helpful. So I feel like it'll continue to be a good partnership.
Oh, definitely. And ironically, it is still the same person who you probably had contact with. You've been your point of contact, but he's just not the top person anymore. There's now more people above him. So there's that. But yeah. So, but also a great contact at the DNR who's very responsive and really makes it sound like they'll have the ballards removed for you all so that you can get things in and out a lot easier than you have in the past. So
We love responsive
that's all I
people.
got for you. Yes.
It's great.
All right. Renee, Joan, Christy, what other questions do you have?
So the food trucks, we have 2 of them. I saw that area. So assuming they remove my barricades and stuff, I should be able to get over there.
Yep.
And so that was my one question, is where we were putting them, which I see now. The other tent was my question, which, yep. And then, I think I'm just looking through my notes from the other night when I had a team meeting. I think we covered everything I need. I think we're good.
All right.
We're wondering,
Renee?
do you want a day laborer for Friday or no?
What does that mean?
It's like hired labor for
Like a
somebody-
stagehand.
Yeah, stagehand.
Yeah, to help do the signs and, different things, signs and manners or whatever you would need.
I mean, if we have to hang the signs again, which I think we are, because I don't think our vendor does it. It is a tough one. And we usually did have extra people, like Heather and her husband, stuff like her man. I don't know. Are they married? I think they're married. Anyways,
No, definitely not.
they're not. No. I'm like, I don't know what that is. But
Her forever fiance.
yeah, I mean, whatever. And so I mean, there's part of me, I guess, do I have to make that decision right now? Can I see what I'm getting for Friday from my team? And go from
Renee,
there?
So here's the thing. I can see if we can, because I had requested with Renee and Cass, just kind of put it on the back burner, just because it might be. I've had a total knee replacement. I'm 4.5 months out. I should be good to go. But it'll be my first flight, and I just don't want to get there and be useless to you. So I mean, as I am right now, I'm good to go. But I just want to make sure that you're feeling supported and we have the help that you need. So I may just give them a heads up. We might need one just to kind of keep it on the forefront, because they'll have to be looking for someone to hire. But yes, you can certainly check with your team and see what's needed. But just know I'm used to, I mean, it's not my preference of work, but I am used to moving many bottles of water and all that fun jazz. So you put me to work.
I think, I mean, my gut says we'll be able to pull it off, that we'll have enough volunteers. But yeah, give me a few days and just kind of circle back around. I think that we all know how to do it. We all know how to hang the signage, which again is the most time consuming, longest part of it, but I think we'll be okay. So
Yeah.
give me a few
Okay.
days.
Well, just let us know. Like I
Okay.
said, I want you to feel supported, and I'm there to help as well. So I just don't know that I'm climbing a big ladder.
It's all right.
So
First
Don't
of
blame
all,
you. I don't
if you
climb
do
either.
pipe and drape signage right, you don't need a ladder. Secondly, we do banner installation is part of the tent company's contract. Maybe it has been in the past and they just don't do it. Like we put it in there every time. So it should be part of it, but I know that should be doesn't always end up being what the reality is. So yeah, let us know,
Yeah,
Renee, what
they won't do it. It's a hard no. So it's a big fight with them every year. So
love that for you.
mhm.
What other questions? Anything else?
I'm good.
All right. Excited to get you back to Milliken this year. It was a test of patience getting there, waiting for that to come through, but they came through, and now we just need the weather gods to cooperate and play nicely with you and give you some sunshine. We will check on those weather contingency pieces when we get a little closer to the event, and if things we determine they need to be added, we'll add them on our end. We can shoot you a heads up to let you know that those pieces are coming too. Otherwise, you know where to reach us if anything else comes up between now and go time. April 17th will be event book day, so keep an eye out for that. The digital and print versions will be posted to the shared resource site in the Michigan folder. And Tara, yours will be in Dropbox. Christy, I think we also post them on the CE Drive. I could be wrong about that. I'm trying to remember. We're talking about event books tomorrow, so we'll start getting into it. But yeah, we feel like we're in great shape for this one. Excited for you.
Thank you. We are
And
excited as well.
thank you, Renee, for all of your hard work. You always come to these meetings so prepared, and like we just know that no detail will be left unexamined. So that's really nice to have from your end. We appreciate it. Joan, get to the city safely. Christy, always nice to see you.
hey, Erin, just so you know, the meeting with Tennessee on Monday is going to be crappy compared to this one. I'm just gonna let you know.
No,
So.
none of my meetings are crappy, Christy. So
Well, that one's going to be
well,
because I'm the
challenge
lead
accepted.
not from y'all's part, from my part. So.
Tara, stick around for a moment if you would. But yeah, everyone else, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your week and weekend.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.